Happy
So
Monday.
it's Ides of Monday. I think this will be relatively quick. I had a quick look at the charts before we started, and I'm kind of, I don't really have much of an opinion. Because of that, why don't we start with the economic calendar? And something might play out on the charts that I can talk to. So it's last week of the month and last week of the quarter. That means we just need to be slightly mindful Thursday, Friday time of book balancing. There could be some moves that just don't make sense. Volume might shift around. So that's just a bit of contextual nous just to keep in your head. There's not much news on the docket, although on Thursday and Friday there are a couple of relatively bigger figures. So GDP that'll move us pre-market on Thursday, and then there's also, what did I notice on Friday? Top of BP, Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index, that tends to create a move. An old good Fed speaker. That's later in the day on Friday. So just be mindful of those later in the week. Until then, nothing that should really affect us. So could be a decent, in quotes, technical, orderly week, trading what we see, trading the patterns that we can see. So what is going on? Well, Friday had this kind of big turnaround off the lows. We are grinding our way up. You can see on ES where my cursor is. I think we're going to have a push for probably 4100s. We've already been into the ambush zone, 50 to 61%, whatever. I can see us grinding our way up. What I'm slightly mindful of, though, and a little bit suspicious of, if I look at RTY, which is where all the trouble began with Silicon Valley Bank, and that was before it came out, RTY was uncorrelated. RTY is moving up, direction's the same, but hasn't really broken recent range. We can see everything else is similar shape. RTY is more stuck in a range. So I'm kind of thinking, notwithstanding trade what you see, overall direction is up, but I wouldn't be remortgaging to invest everything in the next bull run. But for what we do on a day trading basis, doesn't matter one bit. In terms of the view on the TPO, nothing especially exciting. Current profile overnight. Big negative delta there below us at 22. If we get down there, watch for reaction. Few other clusters above us, no real aberrations. I mean, there's 80 is an interesting level. There was big push down at 80. When was that? Beginning of the month. We've got some zero prints around 80, and there is some legacy single print on a profile as well. So be mindful of that. But overnight, the highs of everything are really kind of not high enough. We do have UB at the low of the overnight session, but currently the direction's up. So that's behind us. We've got stops at the top of ES. NQ, stops. It's within a push of big fat round number up at the high. Let's just have a look at RTY. RTY, well, nothing interesting. YM is stops. So I think it's this kind of slow grind higher. As we've come off this high, and I was watching earlier, we got to this sort of 26 area, and then I was watching the standard deviation stuff, and then we ground our way up just below 34, leaving stops. We've got this contested level since we have come back off the high around 28.5, so let's be mindful of that. We've got an hour to go until the open, so plenty of time to get ready for the open and do our thing. But overall, my feeling is it's going to be a cautious grind higher today. But, we'll see. We've got to trade what we see. That's about it in terms of my view. I know Jeff is not 100% today, so he missed the hedge fund call. So nothing to say there. Let's have a look at what we're doing in TRG this week. Kind of regular fantastic week of TRG. We're going to have some fun on Thursday in my office hours. Jeff and I are going to look at how we can scalp our way out of a hole. So we'll do this bit interactively. We might even say to any of you guys, I'm going to trade now. You tell me whether to go long or short. And we'll each do stream of consciousness, half a dozen trades each, something like that. The idea being, if we're in a trade and we're going to manage that trade, we've got three things we can do. We can manage our way to profit, we can cut and reverse, or we can get flat. So we'll do all of that, hopefully with really bad entries. Yeah, we want to be offside. Yeah, we want to be facing the wrong way, and then go through what can you do when you're facing the wrong way. And we'll play with that 30, 40 minutes as stream of consciousness. So that should be quite good fun. Other than that, it's kind of regular schedule. Jeff's doing his scalping, 11:30 Eastern. Fishing trip tomorrow for an hour around the initial balance. More scalping, trading the open, first hour's range on Wednesday. Dojo, of course, on Wednesday. Quick fishing trip looking at B2A on Thursday, followed by let's scalp our way out of a hole. And then at the end of the week, and the end of the month, and the end of the quarter, it's going to be the weekly recap and gaming the equities close. And then we're into Q2. Scary. Where has the year gone already?
Indeed.
So that is really where we are. That's about it from me. Jeff, JVC, anything from your side you want to throw in?
Only thing for me is that for next month, I know you know this, Lee, but for TRG folks, I am going to be taking the reins on the fishing trip all month to try to give Lee a bit of additional time to stay focused on cranking out code and all that good stuff. He'll be around, but I'm going to be primarily running those. And of course, as always, if anybody else would like a chance to trade live in front of the group and do a live read and say what you see what you say, obviously let me know. We can definitely make that happen. Ugh, I can't speak this morning, but I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a fun month and give me a chance to stretch myself a bit as well, which is always good. So,
and you're making really good gains and progress, so let's go see what you're up to and share it.
Sounds like a plan. Absolutely.
Good stuff.
How you doing, Jeff? If you're speech capable right now. Oh, he said nothing. He's in the chat. Nothing from me. Okay, cool.
Cool. Good. So I think we'll wrap there. It's Monday. Don't make your week on the Monday.
Absolutely.
Unless you can. Unless you can, yeah. We've got a whole week of trading ahead. I think it should be a pretty good week. And trade what you see. Don't dive in after 2 days off. There's plenty of time this week. 168 hours.
Take a couple deep breaths. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hang back and wait for the best setups. So there we go. We'll see you at the sessions a little bit later in the week. Bye for now. Have a good day.